Midweek Twist. Episode number 3 starts right now. What's up, everybody? It's Drew Stew. It's episode number 3 of the Midweek Twist by Cactus, and you did not know that I was such a wicked awesome beatboxer. You didn't know it. You might have thought it in your mind for a second, but you didn't know it until you saw it. It was sweet. It was sweet. I taught this guy everything he knows.
He likes to fall.
Hey, we've got a cool show lined up for you, and everybody that's worried about all of this stuff right back here, that's because I borrow an office from my brother and sister-in-law, and they actually work for a living. So they have stuff that has to do with real work, like pulling cable, and they don't just get to sit at a computer and make funny videos all day long. So that's what all that is. But we're moving to a new office, and anyway, so we just got to bear with the backdrop because we don't have a green screen. There's no green screening at Drew Stew Midweek Twist yet, but there might be someday. So until then, we're going to have real working man stuff back there, okay? Anyway, great show lined up today. We're going to head back to Pleasanton, Texas, and we're going to talk to one of the original founders of Cactus Ropes, good buddy of mine, one of the greatest men in the entire Western industry, Mr. Mike Piland. Mikey P, what's shaking today?
Hey, man, it's cold in South Texas. We're going to be 26 degrees tonight. We don't know how to handle it.
Oh, man, that's a little chilly for you guys down there, that's for sure. You know, there a few weeks ago, we woke up in Oklahoma and had about 3-4 inches of snow, so I understand what that's like, that's for sure. So, where are you at today? You at the rope shop or what?
Cactus Ropes, yes, sir.
Cactus Ropes, well, outstanding.
Where are you situated?
I'm up here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, just outside of Tulsa, a little old town called Coweta, and it's where Sarah's family's from, because you know how that works. Wherever she wanted to go, that's kind of where I ended up, so.
I understand how that works. Anybody call you Bruce up there?
You know, not a lot of guys call me Bruce up here, you know, that's... You're kind of the one that has that whole deal, so that's fun.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so we better tell the story on Bruce. So we what was that? That was probably 8 or 9 years ago, probably.
Oh, yeah. When I introduced him and he talked so fast, I'll tell him, this is my friend, Drew Stewart. Oh, hi, Bruce. How are you?
Yeah, hi, Bruce.
I love it.
Yeah, well, Mike never believed me. I told Mike that story that people call me Bruce all the time. And he's like, nobody calls you Bruce. And okay, Mike, so that same, like, within 30 minutes of this conversation, a guy was picking up some Helamatics. The truck driver jumps out, walks up, Mike introduces himself. I introduce myself. Hey, I'm Drew Stewart. And the truck driver, without missing a beat, goes, well, Bruce, sure is nice to meet you. And so ever since then, it's been Bruce. So.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny stuff. So, hey, man, it's Mentor Week. We talked to Barry a few weeks ago. We talked to Larry D. Guy. And, Mike, you're one of the founding guys of Cactus Ropes. You and Jack started the whole deal. I imagine in your years with Cactus, you've seen a little bit of change in the industry.
Oh, yeah. The third guy, 3 of us started it, and he never gets any mention, but it's Jack Stevenson, Joe Matthews. Let me throw Joe's name out there.
Sure.
You bet, Bruce. I can't believe the growth, the growth in the team roping industry. Our original business plan, if you call it, we all roped, and back then you had to rope with whoever showed up, world champions or not. And when the handicap system came on board, we all looked at each other and said, you know, roping's going to grow. Because now we won't have to rope against the wolves. We can rope with each other. And I had no idea, none of us did, in 1990, 91, that things would grow to to the potential that they have today. It's amazing. Gosh, guys like Denny Gentry, Bob Feist, the big ropings, and there's so many ropings going on. Billy Pipes, the boys at USTRC. It's just there's a major roping for the pros, along with every rodeo, and then of course the amateurs. You can go somewhere every night in Oklahoma, Texas, Arizona. That's amazing what's going on out there. So, yep, we've seen a little growth.
A little bit, yeah. Right now, talking about Arizona, it's crazy. You know, you and I, we talked to Darren Peterson and that crew out there at Dynamite Arena all the time. Ty Yost up in Wickenburg. You know, between those two guys alone, I think that you'll see about 50,000 first-round teams in Arizona, just between Dynamite Arena and Rancho Rio, Darren and Ty's deal. 50,000, that's first-round teams. That's a lot of steers. That's a lot of roping in about 4 months in the wintertime.
Oh, yeah, just it's unbelievable. And a horse back in the 90s, a $3,000 horse then is a $25,000 horse today. So team roping has helped this economy in so many ways: trailers, pickups, feed, tack, horse prices. It's
my job.
Yeah,
my salary.
I love it.
Yeah, all of us that are involved in it. It's kind of funny, you know. We're going to have Denny Gentry on the show here in a couple weeks, but that's one thing. It's a subculture now. It's a little micro economy, or whatever the highfalutin word is for it. You know, it has definitely changed the game and what we do and how everything revolves around it. So, what about the technology, Mike, on your guys' side of it? Have you seen it? Has the technology and how you build ropes from 25 years ago, has it changed much, or are you doing it about the same way?
No, it's changed tremendously. I mean, you go all the way back to cutting a rope off of a coil to when we first started making ropes. I thought after 10 years of rope making, that's all we can do. And Barry will find a new string. We'll find nylon is a persnickety piece of equipment. Yeah. And when you mix a little blend with it and different twists, we're continuing to improve the ropes. It's on a small scale now, and you won't even notice it almost from year to year, but the ropes are so much better now than they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And they continue to just, every one you pick up now from a lot of different companies are better rope than they were 2 years ago.
Sure. Well, with saying that, Mike, we're just about out of time, but you told me a story about when the first rope machine showed up. Tell that story about how the very first day and just a little bit about that story when Jack said, hey, we got a rope machine, we bought it, and here it comes, and how you guys got into it there at the very beginning.
Well, the rope machine, it's a funny story, but the funniest story was we decided we needed a twister. We're going to buy a twister and twist our own yarn. We're tired of this, getting all this different yarn. We buy one, sight unseen, talk to some friends. Yep, that's a good one. Buy that one. We buy it. It gets here. We'd never seen one before, much less knew how to run that thing. And it looked like somebody had just crashed a helicopter in the shop. And we scratched our heads what are we going to do here? How are we going to put it together? We finally hired people to come in and hold our hand and put it together. And that was an experience.
Oh man, I bet. Just unloaded it and said, "Here you go, guys." Huh? Just good.
Yeah, and
luck
drove off, and we stood there scratching our heads, looking at each other. What in the world are we going to do now?
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Well, I tell you what, Mike, we sure appreciate everything that you've done, and it was a great vision that Cactus Jack had back in the days, and you three guys got it all kicked off. And it's sure been fun on a personal note to be such good friends with you and Barry over the years and see what you guys have done in the industry too. So thanks for being with us, Mikey P. Sure appreciate it, Podna.
Bruce, it's been fun.
All right, buddy, and we will talk to you soon. And everybody tune in next Wednesday, January 25th for Kimmy Wall, the barrel racing sensation, followed by February 1st. That's going to be Jake Long. And February 8th on Wednesday, that edition will be Darren Peterson of the Wrangler BFI Week. That's the new deal coming in June. Thanks for sticking around here for the Midweek Twist by Cactus. I'm Drew Stew. We'll catch you next time.